All right. Hello, everybody. Uh, Good evening. Good evening. Good evening. I am coming to you live from Virginia. Um, just gonna wait a few moments for everybody to jump on. And first of all, I want to thank you guys for those of you that have been praying for my father. Thank you very much. Um, the prayers are definitely appreciated. Please continue to lift him in prayer, and just that the Lord's will be done for him. So, guys, tonight I want to just talk to you for a few moments about the Daniel in 7 days course that I'm going to be teaching starting this Sunday night. So that's December 7th. Sorry about that. I'm going to put this on silence here. So December 7th, we will be doing our next Daniel in 7 days course. And that's going to be followed by the Revelation in 7 days course. This is an intensive 7 days, 14 hours of training, first on the book of Daniel, then on the book of Revelation. We're going to be going into great depth for those that have taken the class already. They have had a very powerful experience gaining a deeper understanding of both the books of Daniel and Revelation. Just let me mention that you do not need to take both classes. They are separate classes. So if you want to take both, that's fine. If you just want to focus on one, Daniel or Revelation, that is fine as well. So I'm gonna just share a little bit about my journey, you guys, with the books of Daniel and Revelation, and just some of the things that I experienced as I was studying these books, coming into the church and being new, and kind of like, getting my hands on the writings of the pioneers and really getting down into the books of Daniel and Revelation. And I will just say this, that one of the main questions I had when I would read our commentaries on the books of Daniel and Revelation was, first of all, I was like, man, that's powerful. Like this understanding of the prophecy makes sense. But the thing that I did not understand was, how did you come to that conclusion, right? So I would see different explanations, like an explanation about the seven churches and about the seven seals and about the seven trumpets. And I just ask myself, well, how did they come to this conclusion, right? And I don't know if you all have ever had that experience where you may be reading one of our books on prophecy, and you get what is being said, but if someone asks you, well, why this interpretation, you'd probably be left like with a blank stare, right? Like, well, I don't know, but I read it in the book and I believe it. That was an issue for me. I wanted to know if I was going to be teaching, and you guys excuse the noise. I'm not in my home environment. I'm in my home environment, but not in my home environment. So if you hear noise in the background, just lock in. So I would read these books again, and I'd say, man, this understanding is I get it. But if someone were to ask me, hey, Pastor, why are the seven trumpets to be understood this way versus that way? I would have struggled to give an answer as to why a prophecy should be viewed one way over another. So over the years, the question that I wanted to ask myself, the question that I asked myself was, look, if I was to teach this book to someone who didn't know anything about the book, and they're asking me questions like, well, why is this so? Why is it like this here, but not like this here, right? Why the 7 churches represent this? Why are the 7 seals covering this time period and they're not in the future, or they're not all in the past? How do you answer those questions? That was my baseline for studying the books of Daniel and Revelation. In other words, I didn't just want to know the what, but I wanted to know the why. And that's what I will be teaching and have been teaching in the Daniel in 7 days, the Revelation in 7 days courses. Is I'm not just saying to you, hey, this is what the 7 trumpets are. This is what this is who the 4 beasts are in Daniel chapter 7. And this is who the little horn is in Daniel chapter 7 and 8. I'm not just telling you why it's not Antiochus Epiphanes. I'm not just telling you that it's not Antiochus Epiphanes. I'm showing you why, right? And that's a pretty big one, the little horn of Daniel 8. But when we're looking at why is the book of Daniel written in a format that allows us to be able to begin to fill in the blanks with certainty, are there principles behind the study of the book of Daniel? Are there principles behind the study of the book of Revelation? Are there patterns that are seen in these books that help us to know, well, it has to be this and it cannot be this? I believe that once you understand the structures of these books, the why becomes a pretty powerful study, right? So again, if you have taken a Daniel and Revelation course before, maybe the course was a month long, maybe it was, a couple of months long, an entire series, and you've walked away going, okay, but I still don't think I could teach that, or even explain it back to someone well enough. It's just too much information. If you want to be able to approach the book of Daniel in a way that will remain locked in your mind, in a way that you may not be a teacher of prophecy, but if you were asked, well, why is this way and not this way, you'd be able to answer it. You'd be able to explain the why and not just the what. This 7-day course in Daniel and in Revelation, it is for you. So guys, we've got 3 days left until this Daniel in 7 days starts. It's going to be starting Sunday. It is, again, 7 days, 2 hours each day, 2 hours per day of teaching. This is not going to be fluff teaching. This is not going to be a fill in the blank. Okay, so Babylon, Media, Persia, Greece, Rome. We're going to be dealing with principles, with patterns that are going to help you to better understand these books, to the point where you will be able to explain it to someone else with a little practice, right? With a little training, with a little more studying. You will be at a place where you can explain these prophecies confidently. So with that said, guys, I am going to put the link in the chat here. In fact, yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and copy and paste this. So here is the link to the chat. To the registration page. All right, there you go. Okay, and if you have any questions, please feel free to email me. Okay, aburninghammer@gmail.com, or you can just email me through the site. I will get the email through the site as well, through the myphototheology.com website. All right, guys, so that's it. I look forward to seeing you in class starting this Sunday, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. And by the way, if you're unable to make any class, it's all going to be recorded. So you will have lifetime access to the recordings. So you don't need to worry about, hey, I don't know if I'll be able to make it this day or that day or any of these days, because the whole class will be recorded. Okay. So for those that sign up for the class, you're going to have access to the class, lifetime access to the class and the videos. and the PDFs. Okay. All right, guys, that's it. I'm going to go ahead and sign off. Yeah, put a 1 in the chat if you got that. And you guys be blessed. And I will see you by God's grace in class. All right. Blessings.